Hey, what is going on, traders? Excuse me for that. Welcome to another trading video. It's going to be a very short video, but hopefully it's going to be informative. The purpose of this apologies, guys. I had the flu, just currently recovering. But anyways, hopefully that doesn't happen again. But the purpose of today's live training video is to just show you guys a quick strategy that you can use on the derivative broker, particularly on the boom indices and all the other indices that you see on the list right now. You can trade step, boom, crash, volatility indices, basically all these indices that are on here. So I'm just going to show you guys a very simple and easy trading strategy to follow, and hopefully you guys can learn something and apply this. Okay, you can just try this out yourself and see if it works for you. So basically, if I could give you guys a quick rundown as to what this strategy entails. Okay, so we're going to be using moving averages. Okay, we're going to be using the 5 and 10 as our entry signal indicators, right? We're going to use the H1 and the 15-minute chart. Okay, and then we're going to use daily support and daily resistance, and then obviously we're going to use trend lines. Okay, so it's not a strategy that's too complicated. We're trading, some of the trades are going to be signal trades, some are going to be they're going to be breakout trades. Okay, but it's all fairly simple, guys. So the first thing that we're going to do in this particular chart, right, when you hop up to your boom index, you can start on the H1 chart. You can just go to insert. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see this with my my streaming software, but what you're going to do is you're going to first insert the 5 exponential moving average. We're just going to make it red. Okay, and then we're going to add 2 moving averages, guys. 2 moving averages. It's going to be the 5. If I zoom in, you can see I've introduced a red line to my chart. Okay, and then I'm going to add another moving average, which is a 10 moving average, exponential moving average. Okay, so that's what this is going to be. So there it is, guys. Okay, so I've added 2 moving averages. I've added the red and I've added the blue. Okay, so basically, guys, before I continue, just to give you guys a quick explanation on what this is going to be our entry signals. Okay, so we're going to trade based off of what we see. Okay, these indicators do. So you're going to keep in mind, or you're going to have a look at the red moving average. Okay, for a sell trade, you're going to want to see the red moving average cross over the blue from the top. Okay, so if the red is coming from the top and it crosses over the blue, that's a signal for you to sell. Okay, so if you see something like that happening, that's where you're going to sell. And then if it does the opposite, if the red comes from underneath the blue and crosses over, that's going to be where you're going to open up a buy trade. Okay, so those are the things that you're going to have to keep in mind when you want to trade, when you want to get signals based off of these moving averages. Okay, this is one part of it. Okay, now since we've added the moving averages, okay, the next thing that you're going to do now is you're going to have to put in the daily support and resistance levels. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on your keyboard. Okay, you're going to click Control Y. Okay, and then you can see that these vertical lines have appeared. Okay, these vertical lines here. So basically this vertical line, these vertical lines signal, they're just showing you one trading day. Okay, so between 2 vertical lines, that's one trading day. So now we're going to use these lines, okay, to guide us so that we can draw the daily support and the daily resistance lines. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. So we're going to go to the current day, right, and we're going to go to the highest point that the price reached on the current day. We're going to put a line there. We're going to go to the lowest point and we're going to put a line there. Then we're going to go to the previous day and do the same thing. Put a horizontal line at the daily high and at the daily low. Okay, we're just gonna simply apply some of the principles that we got from the Onyx scalper, okay? But now we're gonna have to do it manually because these MetaTrader 4 systems don't really work here on MetaTrader 5. So this is where we're gonna do it manually, okay? It's pretty simple. And if you're late to this video, guys, don't worry. I mean, it is gonna be recorded. Okay, you are gonna be able to rewatch this at a later stage, okay? But just try follow, guys, okay? So now let's start with our daily highs and daily lows. So I'm going to go ahead and take my horizontal line, and on the current day I'm going to put a horizontal line at the highest price that the market reached today, and then I'm going to go to the lowest price that was reached, okay? And then after I've got that, I'm going to go to the previous days and see if I can't do some daily resistance and daily lows, okay? So then I'm going to put it right there. Okay, that's the daily low of the previous day. And then I'm not going to put one there because I'm not going to put one here because it's going to make my chart too squashed. Okay, so I'm just going to use this one right here. And then I'm going to go to the previous days as well and do the same thing and put my support at the lowest price and go to the previous days. You have to just use your discretion a bit, guys, just to get the proper levels, you know. And just do as many as you can, but don't put too many because it could confuse you. Okay, it could confuse you. And then to get upper levels, I'm going to go to the previous days as well. Going to go to the previous days. I'm going to go to this day in particular here because the price was above here. Okay, and then the highest price that was reached on this particular day, it was here. Okay, it was that level there. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and you don't have to decorate the whole entire chart, guys. You know, just make lines where it's relevant, okay? The reason why we're doing this is we just want to see the market structure, okay? These are the breakout levels that the market may reach should there be a breakout, okay? So what I mean by that is from where it is right now, if you see the market rising and it breaks this level, it's going to obviously come, this is going to be your next target here. And then from there, the next resistance is going to be your next target. If it drops, your next target is going to be, like if it drops from here, the next target is going to be here and then down there. Okay, so it just goes level to level. So you're just going to do this whole exercise, okay? Doesn't take really long. It really doesn't. You just need to focus a bit, okay? And then once you've got your daily support and daily resistance lines on log, okay, you can do your trend lines, okay? You're going to see, still on the H1 chart, you're going to do your trend lines on your H1 chart. All right, you're just going to make them where it makes sense, okay? You don't have to, don't try to put too many things on your chart, okay? Now, this is what we want to see, guys, okay? We want to see something like this. This is our structure right now. You see, we've done the technical analysis and we're going to wait for breakouts, right? But the main thing that we're going to look for is a crossover either at a resistance or a support. Okay, that's what we want to do. So what I mean by that is we either want to see a support, a moving average crossover here at the bottom here, or here at the bottom here, or here at the top. Okay, so we want these things to happen near a support or a resistance so that we can take a trade. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the 15-minute chart. This is where we're going to get our entries, guys. All right. So what are we looking for to enter? Okay. After we did our whole support and resistance, you see, if you look at this area right here at the top here. Okay. Let me even put an arrow. Let me see if I can't put an arrow just to get my point across. Let me see, guys. Give me a second. I'm just trying to. MetaTrader 5 is just a little bit different to MetaTrader 4, but ultimately it's the same. Okay, you see where my arrow is right now, where I pointed down there. Okay, there was a moving average crossover. So you see that red moving average, it crossed over the blue right there, okay, which signals to us that we were supposed to sell. Okay, and then this crossover happened near a resistance, right? Very nice signal. It happened near a resistance. That's what you're gonna try and get. You want to see these crossovers that happen near a resistance, right, for sell, and then you want to see crossovers that happen at a support, or like it can be a support of a trend line, or a support of a support level, horizontal level. Okay, you just need to keep an eye. Okay, and then here's another example here. Okay, let me just move back. Just give me a second. I'll show you guys another example because it might take time to understand what I'm saying. Okay, here's another example here. Let me just do another arrow. Okay, this is an example over here of a buy signal here because there was a moving average crossover. You see from here the red moving average crossed over the blue from the bottom. Okay, and then once you see something like that, your next target is the next resistance. Okay, the next resistance zone, and then when there's a breakout, you target the next resistance zone, like how we do with the Onyx scalper. That's what you look for. Okay, you draw your support and resistance lines based off the daily highs and daily lows, and then you wait for a moving average crossover. Okay, and then you enter the trade based on that, if the crossover happens at a resistance or a support. Okay, let's have a look at another entry point. Another entry point. Okay, let's just have a look at another one, a different chart. Okay, just so that you guys understand what I'm doing, right? So boom 500. Let's go to the boom 500 index. Okay, I'm just gonna clear everything up. Go to the end of the chart. Now we always start on the H1 chart, guys. All right. First thing you do is you insert a 5 moving average, a 5 and a 10. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 10. The 10 is this blue line right now, and then I'm going to add the 5 moving average. Okay, I'm going to make the 5 red. Okay, now once we've got that on lock, okay, we're gonna do control. We're gonna press Control Y to get the period separators. Right, easy, guys. These are repeatable steps that you can do all the time. Okay, and then you're gonna start on the current day. You're gonna put your horizontal on the lowest price that was reached, and then you go to put the horizontal line at the highest price that was reached on that particular day, on the current day. Okay, and then the next thing is you go to the previous day if you can, then the previous days as well. I'm just gonna do that very quickly just to save some time, but I'm sure you guys get it. I'm sure you guys get it. You're pretty smart. Pretty smart. You go to the previous days, and it just takes some practice. If you want to practice on your own, just do it and then just show me if you do, so that I can say that you're on the right track or not. Okay, because it's very important that you get this right. Okay, now once you've got that on lock, you do the trend lines. Okay, the next thing you do after you do your support and resistance is the trend lines. Okay, you do the trend lines, and after you do that, that's when you go to the 15-minute chart. Okay, that's when you go to a 15-minute chart, and that's where you're going to get your entries. Okay, sometimes you can even take the trades based off of the crossovers on the H1 chart, but we're going to jump in on the 15-minute chart so that we can get those quicker entries. Okay, so before we go to the 15-minute chart, you can see already the market structure. Okay, you know that if the market, just from looking at this, if it breaks out this resistance and this trend line right here, we're going to buy toward the next resistance. If it breaks out there, we're going to buy toward the next resistance. Okay, if it doesn't do that and does the opposite and comes down, we're going to sell here, right? And then we're going to target the next support and so on and so forth toward the lower levels. Okay, quite simple, guys. It's not too complicated. Let's not make it complicated. Let's keep it easy because it is easy. Okay, now after we've done our support and resistance and our trend lines, we just jump over to the 15-minute chart. Okay, we're going to go over to the 15-minute chart, and then here, this is where we're going to now look for our entry signal. Okay, we want things like this. Okay, we want places where the market, the red moving average crossed over the blue from the top, like right there. That was a signal to sell. Okay, you can see the market sold, broke through the support, went down to the next support level here. Okay, and then to buy, we want to see areas where you see the red. Okay, the red here crossing over the blue. Okay, you want to see it from the bottom. That's where you're actually going to buy. So it's quite simple, guys. It's quite simple. I don't know if I can make it even much plainer so that you guys can actually understand. But this is actually very easy, guys. It's a very easy and effective trading strategy, right, that you just need to practice, and you can apply to the volatility indices on MetaTrader 5. Okay, very simple. It's based off of price action, guys. Based off of price action, and it's easily repeatable. It's easily repeatable. All you do is you do the daily support and resistance lines, you add your moving averages, okay, and then you wait for moving average crossovers that happen at a resistance or a support in order to buy or sell, and then you're done. Okay, and then obviously you target the next support and the next resistance zone. Easy, 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 easy. That's all there is to it, guys. So if you've got any questions, just send me a DM. Try to do this yourself, okay? Send me a DM showing me what you did, okay, and then I will just build from there. But it's a very, very simple trading strategy that can be applied to all markets actually, because it's based off of price action, okay, and it just requires you to just look at the charts and do a little bit of analysis. It's not too complicated. It's actually very, very easy, okay. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining in and watching this simple strategy. Let me know how it goes for you, and yeah, let's keep in contact, guys. Let's get this trading money.